Hello. This video is going to be about the change of command that just happened recently with the cadet program here in Canada. I was unable to observe the change of command, but again, what am I going to say? Congratulations, General, to your new appointment. May you have a long and prosperous career. I seen that you have a couple of tours underneath your belt, to say the least. So that's encouraging. It's nice to know that there's someone at the head of the organization that has seen actual combat and actually knows what it takes uh, to preserve what we have here, because it comes to a point in time where we have to go where the conflict is to prevent it from coming back to us. It's just one of those principles of warfare. And cadets, the cadet organization is not the Hitler Youth. It is not. It's a youth leadership development program, and that's what I liked about it. I never uh, really cared to be in a leadership position, the same as Hansen. I just wanted to go flying, but other people didn't like that. It was a seriously competitive. Again, you put together like over 100 overachievers in the same space, and you only have 4 or 5 slots per year. So there's going to be decisions made, and I know there are regrets involved with that. Again, I hold no grudges all these years later, or any animosity. And when I did apply to be staff again, as I am right here, through 27 Squadron, so that I could return the favor that other people had done for me, um, at a summer training center as like a CI or whatever. It didn't matter to me. But again, that fell through the cracks. I can't explain to you as to why. You'll have to ask the CO of 27 Squadron if they remember why. Um, because I had interactions, I think it was with an officer cadet or a second lieutenant, through the emails. And I have the emails as it is right now, I do believe. And if not, if it becomes so serious, then I'm sure Google will help us in this pursuit, because there are individuals that took it upon themselves to hijack the organization and other youth organizations in order to groom young individuals into a lifestyle that for which they are susceptible to, because they are vulnerable to influence. And when it comes to a person's identity, there should be no influence whatsoever or direction from such an organization or any youth organization. This tolerance and acceptance culture is exactly why we became a laughing stock. But let's be honest about this. And I don't like that. I think that's an insult to all of these people that served in foreign deployments and paid with their lives, if not with their sanity and their well-being. Or again, the example that I can think of is the Falaise pocket in the Yugoslavia. We go into these places to stop genocide and to stage a physical intervention, under the warrior diplomat ethos. And that's what I try to do. It's been been a really tough road, I'm telling you. Nothing came easy for me over all these years. um, and I hope the people that were around me at that time, including the officers, will forgive me for experimenting with psychological warfare, because I was being bullied, so I had to find ways to fight back. And I learned of psychological warfare as a teenager, um, through the articles and the websites of its first implementation in the Vietnam War. So shout out to you guys. Am I a ghost? Sometimes I wear many hats. I'm just trying to live my life without the threat of someone trying to sexually assault me because I don't have the same belief system. Unbelievable. Yeah, I'm going to give you a warning, General, because I think someone needs to say it, and I think you know very well what I'm talking about. In any instance of any organization or any context, any operation, the most likely fault to happen is that your subordinates will be your undoing. If they have they have a shock doctrine in their head from these idealisms that they hold in their hearts, or these altruisms, or these higher standards, so to speak, when it comes to uh, enacting as an individual within society, and what an individual is versus what the society is. And all these people, they have two. I'm gonna cite the Bourne legacy here. You think too much. That's what it's about, because they've created this convoluted hierarchy amongst themselves, um, and they assailed and assaulted. They assaulted us, and not with physical violence, but with psychological violence, because they learned of MK Ultra and then they started using it to their own benefits. And we all, again, I understand this is a coordinated effort. I understand my role in this, if there is one. Like, I'm not a crazy person here. I keep reaching out in all the correct ways. I'm not stepping on anybody's toes here, because it doesn't just affect me. I think you understand. I didn't do it for the thrill, okay? I'm not doing this for the thrill. I'm doing this because I want my own family, and I deserve that much, as do you. Anyways, um, I think you know my involvement as it is right now, and that there are other players on this chessboard that are not quite falling in line with the discipline because of their own feelings and grievances. So those people, they have to fall in. They're going to have to fall in. If not, they'll lose their careers. And I think that's the only discipline that's going to work. An early retirement. I hate to say it, but honestly, there's a point at which the organization becomes its own worst enemy. And I'm trying to at least assist or consult in the rectification of that. Anyways, uh, Decimus Calabrando is the first thing that comes to mind. So may we learn something together. It's just unfortunate that I tried my very best. I really did, but I kept getting ignored. I kept getting ignored and insulted and mocked, right? All behind my back, because I'm a threat to these people. Because I could literally, because of the program, with confidence, assume the role of some of these authority figures without any training, because that's how good the cadet program was. So, General, Godspeed.